Elkins presents the Elkins Accounting Hour with your host, Chad Elkins.
All right. Well, this is the first ever, we'll call it a special edition of the
Fox News alert.
breaking news.
Every minute, it's all that. You know what got me off of Fox? Not that I was a big Fox News guy, but what I kind of like stopped tuning in.
What's that?
When everything was a Fox News alert. If Fox is always a Fox, CNN does a thing. Yeah. Oh,
Trump took a dump.
Trump,
Breaking news.
Trump wiped his ass with his left hand. Oh my God! What? And let's go to person from DC with journalism degree to get analysis. Like, oh, everyone needs to die. So, but this is breaking news.
This was breaking news because you know, I was at the gym and I got my phone was blowing up, and it's funny. The first one who told me about this was one of my pretty much the only OnlyFans client that I still have, because she's kind of my friend. I even had her on the show one time. She texted me first and was like, and she's ultra like left and doesn't like.
Oh, is she now? That's very interesting. Oh.
But she texts me and she goes, I love, you know, DJT, you know, Donald John Trump, whatever. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? And she sent me this link, and yeah, the streamers made it, man. They made the cut.
On our previous analysis, you and we both agreed that Trump would not extend it to influencers and content creators. We thought this is for the service industry. We failed in our insight. We failed. You know why?
Why?
Dude, who you think's going to promote him now? Come midterm elections, and then JD Vance. Yeah. I don't know why I didn't think that, but it was a brilliant. I mean, I think it's good economic policy. Obviously, my own self-interest. I think taxes should be lowered for everyone. But you want to talk about a political strategy? He just like, yeah, you don't have to pay taxes on your super chats.
Yeah, and I do have an article, but I guess what gets me about this was, I mean, I never saw this coming, because I just figured, like, how do you even? Okay, Clary, you stream almost every day, right?
Yeah.
And you know, I was on Raymond's show a little earlier tonight. And I truly don't know this. When you go into AdSense or whatever, do they segregate that? Do they say this?
They break it out. Yep. You can look at what your advertising revenue was, and then super chats, and then super comments. And it actually is pretty easy. You just tally it up for the year, and there it is. So I guess what would it be going forward? You only report that, because I don't, as a S Corp LLC, I don't get a 1099 from Google. As a matter of fact, I don't get a lot of 1099s from people.
No, that's okay. I mean, they just now kind of broke with this, so I'm not entirely sure how they're going to do it, but this is what we think is going to happen. They're going to add either a line item or a box. So it won't be from your S Corp. It'll actually be on your 1040. And we think that, because you can reduce up to $25,000 worth of tips. That's what they're saying.
Okay. All right.
And super chats are now tips. So what I'm going to ask you and anybody else who falls into this category is to give me a figure for your tips. Like, I'm not even sure I really need backup for it.
So this is gonna go on the 1040. It's not what I report as income. Okay, so
that's my prediction. Like, I don't know that.
Prediction.
I think,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Very interesting. Very interesting. Here's another important question. Do we know for a fact that this is law, or is this just Trump would like this to be because it doesn't have to pass Congress, or the president can't just arbitrarily say, well, this is the tax code now?
I think this is a good time to go ahead and share my screen here. So
read the article.
1 second. Yeah. Oops. Let me get that. Okay. And yeah, I saw this while I was, you know, pumping iron today, and I was like, what?
You know who else told us about it?
Who?
Raymond, Thoughts and Minds. Ray is very happy.
Man, he is thrilled. Like, he's, you know, it's nice to see him smile, and we have him in the chat.
This is the first time we've ever seen him smile in 8 months. The only time I've ever seen him smile is now he gets his super chats for free.
Yeah, you know, I said to the candidate, I was like, we were at happy hour, and I go, well, I think I'm going to have to stream tonight with Clary. And she's like, rolls her eyes. Not
What
really.
the hell
But
is she? Why?
No. It's a joke, but she was like, I guess we got to go home. And when I said, oh, but I'm going to go on Raymond's channel too. And she's like, oh, really?
What the hell?
I'm teasing.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I'm the one that set you guys up.
Yes.
She should pledge a little fealty to me here.
We're just trolling you. But it's funny because I had her phone when we were at the bar and you were texting both of us at the same time. So I started responding on her behalf. Oh, Clary, this is a frou-frou beer, and we are going to celebrate it because this is a stream of celebration. It's my peanut butter milk stout.
Oh, God, Jesus.
I don't care what any of you fuckers say. We were out yesterday. I was at a friend's place. We were drinking on their deck. And last time I was here, I had left one of these in their fridge. And the guy's wife, like, runs out. Is like, you're taking this home with you. This is fucking disgusting. I was like, jeez. God, so many haters.
Can't help it that everyone else, sometimes, Chad, the individual is wrong and society is right, sometimes.
It's society who's crazy, not me. Dre's in the chat. Sweet.
Oh, Dre's okay. Our least favorite black man. He's my least favorite black man. Is he your least favorite black man in your audience?
If he keeps doing the short jokes, then he'll stop being my least favorite. No, it's good to see you, Dre, because I usually go earlier than this. Real quick, Nick as Steve was also somebody else who gave me a heads up about this. He's like, did you see this? Like, he sent me an email, and I was like, holy shit. Yeah. So anyway, the article. This is from Newsweek, and it's from today, this morning, although it didn't really get spread wide until a little bit later. Full list of jobs reportedly covered by Trump's no tax on tips. So I was like, okay, bartenders, waitresses, whatever. A reported list of the occupations, this is by Alice Higham. I didn't look her up or anything. A reported list of the occupations covered by President Donald Trump's, quote, no tax on tips policy has been released. So we'll briefly talk about what it is. What is no tax on tips? In July, lawmakers passed Trump's behemoth spending bill, known as the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, through Congress. One of the provisions in the bill allows tipped workers to deduct gratuity earnings from their federal taxable income up to $25,000 annually. The deduction phases out for individuals earning more than $150,000 AGI and couples earning more than $300,000. It applies to tax years 2025 through 2028 and does not eliminate payroll taxes for Social Security and Medicare, nor does it affect state or local tax obligations. Now, Clary, that's not your problem because your state doesn't have a state income tax.
No, run that all past me again. There's a Maji limit?
Yeah, there is. It's up to $150K for single filers and $300K for married filing jointly. I mean, we're not going to say what your income is, but I will say I think most people that are going to get this benefit, they probably don't make past that anyway, right?
Yeah, the vast majority of influencers don't make six figures, no.
Right, and the ones that do, frankly, don't need this write-off anyway because they're that rich.
Okay, and then read through the state tax ramifications, which does not have an effect on me.
Yeah, like that, and it's really important. There's people that were celebrating for online with this, and then some of us buzzkills had to come in and be like, look, yeah, that's good on a federal level, but Clary, do you really think California, Massachusetts, or New York is going to be okay with
No.
Right, exactly. Illinois won't.
The Democrats you elected, I speak to all you self-sabotaging, low IQ, lazy fuckwits. What's happening now? Why is that going on? You back out?
Oh, shit.
Go back to there we go.
Yeah, there we go.
You did it to yourselves. I think Democrat states should just jack up their taxes to recoup all. Now that these people have more taxes to pay, they could go after you. I think that's what should happen. But go on about the state taxes.
Well, yeah, that's the main thing is that my prediction is that especially Illinois is not going to let this fly. I think I'm going to have to. So with most states, it flows through the state returns from your federal tax return. Mm-hmm. So, it just goes right in. And my prediction is that there's going to be an add back or a clawback that I'm going to have to do for these states. So it's really hard for me to imagine that this is not going to get taxed in most places. There may be a few tax-friendly states that are like, okay, but I can't see it.
So nationwide, though, you're good to go on your federal taxes.
Federally, yes.
Who recommended this? Whose idea was this?
Was this your idea?
No, it wasn't my idea. My idea would just replace everything with the sales tax. Who gave this idea to give tips tax deductibility or not deductibility, not tax tips? Whose idea was it?
I honestly don't know.
Was it Donald Trump? I thought it was Donald Trump, the most hated man in America.
Well, he put it forth. I just don't know who originally came up with it.
I'm trying to be facetious to everyone out there and who hates Donald Trump. Oh my God, the man's so horrible. He's trying to give you your money back. He's just what a horrible person.
But so yeah, who knows about the states? But I mean, I think I know. And the other thing that you might have caught there. Now, Clary, this doesn't affect you. This doesn't affect Raymond. It doesn't affect most. Oh, Scott's in the chat. What's up? This doesn't affect most people who are doing what we're doing right now. This is the payroll part. If you are a W-2 server or bartender, they're going to add back the payroll taxes to it. So again, I don't know how that's going to work, because if the feds are going to say, well, influencers who are self-employed, we cut off the $25,000 right there, right? They'll take it off. But there may be a form, probably the SE schedule, the self-employment schedule, where they may try to add it back, saying that even though, you don't have a state income tax.
Correct.
We do your S Corp return. We include everything on there. That flows into your 1040. I do your 1040. I get to put, I mean, Clary, I assume you're going to make at least $25,000 in super chats, right? That's a given.
I certainly hope so. Yeah. I don't make that. It'd be close, because you don't confuse advertising revenue with super chats. For all you influencers out there, you are going to have to back out your advertising dollars, because you just get one check from YouTube. They don't break it out between advertising and super chats. So no, I may not clear 25,000 in super chats.
Well, whatever your number ends up being, I will exclude it from your 1040. They're going to have a line for that. But what I'm saying is, I am probably going to have to add it back so that what we took out is subject to the payroll taxes, that 15.3%.
Right. Okay.
Which is a little bit strange, because the whole point of us setting up an S corporation for you
was to lower payroll taxes. Yes. Yeah.
So I'm really interested in seeing what they're going to give us in terms of guidance for this, because right now it's all over the place.
Right.
When Trump and them thought of this, they were thinking it would just be, W-2, it'd be easy, because I did a show about how you can segregate that, how you can isolate it. But now that it's influencers and people on YouTube, I mean, you can't do that. There is no W-2. So I'm just interested to see how it'll affect payroll taxes. Yeah.
I'm not the accountant you are, obviously, but it depends how the corporate structure is set up, to be honest. I mean, for anyone who's just like, if you just get a 1099, I'm sure, and they don't have an LLC or an S Corp to lower the payroll taxes, those people are just going to pay the payroll taxes as they normally would, and then there's a deduction on the 1040 form. Right. For people like me with S Corp, I'm kind of curious how that's going to flow through the corporate entities and how they're going to recapture a little bit of that. But I'm sure they're not going to just they're going to get their payroll tax somehow.
I could be wrong, and it could end up going on the S Corp return, the 1120S. So I might be totally off on that. I'm just expecting they're going to be a little bit lazier about it and just have a box on the 1040. So yeah, this is really interesting.
Okay.
Real quick, Nick is Steve. Not many states follow the Fed's tax code, right? There's already additions for MIGI. Yes and no. Like most states, everything flows through into the tax return, and there's a few minor add backs, California in particular. But I mean, this would be a major one. So, I mean, we'll have to see what happens. So anyway, that's the first part. Once the bill passed, a full list of eligible occupations needed to be confirmed within 90 days. Well, that's what came out today. Full list of occupations. Now there's 69 of them, Clary. Good number. 69, dude. the ones that are the most obvious are here, as you can see, bartenders, wait staff, food servers, dining room attendants, chefs, cooks, food prep, dishwashers, bakers, people you see in restaurants.
People we were expecting to get it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. What I did not expect was this part, the entertainment and events. So, gambling dealers, people who work in casinos, you see all this. Dancers, Clary. So people who work at strip clubs. I mean, they weren't reporting those tips anyway. So musicians and singers, if you tip a singer, it's now going off there, which is strange. This part made me laugh. Disc jockeys accept radio. So if you have some tool who's at like a 16th birthday, a sweet 16 birthday party who DJs on the weekend.
Okay.
He doesn't have to pay tax on his tips.
Howard Stern will love it now that he's unemployed. He's on that racket now where he does birthdays. That's great for Howard Stern.
Right, exactly. And then entertainers and performers. And Clary, here's the big one. Digital content creators.
Boy, this is my greedy hands coming together move. Look at how excited I am about that money.
Now, let me ask you this. Do you feel better, worse, or do you just not give a shit that you are now lumped in with OnlyFans women?
I don't care. I thought you were going to say, do I feel bad that they're giving a tax deduction that largely I don't need? No, I feel no, I don't care that I'm thrown in with that group of people, because there's, a lot of hardworking people here as well. Not to mention OnlyFans girls, if they do it right, they are putting a fair amount of effort into it. But, dealers, they work hard.
Yeah, casino
wait
dealer.
Staff, they work hard. Yeah, I think these are regular working people. If I were to be honest, the people who shouldn't be in here are internet influencers. Like, let's be real. We're not bussing dishes or serving or getting yelled at, right?
Yeah.
It's OnlyFans, what? You just sit there, you have an orgasm. I don't know, I'm glad we're looped in, but I would not do this as president or Congress.
Yeah, I guess what got me was I really thought it would just be this. I was like, okay, whatever. But no, it's all of this. Ushers, ticket takers, locker room, hospitality, I thought would be in there, maids and housekeeping cleaners. They weren't reporting.
Valet, is valet in there?
I think they are, because you got baggage porters, home services. This is just maintenance, repair workers, electricians, plumbers, heating and air conditioning. You see it, locksmiths. I didn't even know you tipped those guys, but
and this is where I wonder if Trump is being a little bit strategic. How many of these people, your tip is $5 and you're not going to report it.
Right.
So how much money is the government really going to lose? It's going to lose some, but not that much. And I think it's really helping and affecting the people that kind of need it, service staff people, younger people. But also, Trump is a genius, man, in getting influencers super chats tax deducted. So I think there might be a little change of tone.
I think you're probably right. And, this is my third stream on this tax on tips within the last year and a half or so. And ever since, this whole time, I've been wondering how that's going to work for 1099ers. Again, it's so easy with the W-2, these are your tips, whatever. So, 1099ers, my prediction is that most of them will just be taking off, $25,000, even if they didn't earn that in tips.
Right.
I honestly think they're going to do that.
It might just become that. What now your dad's a big Democrat and he hates progress and hardworking people. Is he okay with this? Like that his son doesn't have to pay taxes on the first 25,000 of his super chats?
He's pretty much checked out. I was there last week and he was just like, yeah, the world's falling apart. I don't care anymore. So I was like,
he should have voted Democrats.
Yeah, he's even discused with them, if it makes you feel better.
Wow, only took him till he was 82 years old. Look at that. Wow, thanks, boomers. Hey, wait a second now.
Basically, yeah. And got event planners, videographers, skincare specialists, massage therapists,
okay,
barbers.
Yeah, that makes sense, sure.
Makeup artists, tattoo artists, shoe and leather workers.
Does it say golf teacher down there?
Golf caddies.
Golf caddies, okay.
Sports and recreation instructors. I was kind of
That's
annoyed.
a long list.
Well, yeah, 69. I was annoyed they didn't have, tax preparers. Like people are allowed to tip me. Um, yeah. So the real Uncle Hector movers were actually the last one. So movers did make the list. Rickshaws, carriage drivers. Nice. So, you know what? Let me, I actually do want to read this because you're going to get your reactions from politicians to this. So, what people are saying, Treasury Secretary Scott, whoever, said it's a big list of guidelines. Quote, what we don't want is people to game the system. That's what everybody's going to do. You would be stupid not to do it.
To get a sales tax. I mean,
oh, no, just
Jesus Christ.
So he's saying what we don't want is people to game the system. We want it to be hardworking Americans who depend on tips, he said while visiting McLean Family Restaurant. McLean is the most rich county in the entire country, by the way. That's right outside of D.C.
Oh, okay.
Their first $25K is tax-free, and that's going to cover a huge number of American workers. Again, this would have made sense without allowing influencers to do this. Joseph, whoever, says, quote, I think it's a win for the people who actually live off tips. This could put real money back into the pockets of restaurant servers and others in the service industry, and where that money gets spent, which helps the economy. Quote, as for the 1.8 million restaurant servers who rely on tips to pay their bills. For them, not getting taxed on their income is a big deal. So they're only focusing on who really this should have only benefited. Do you want to hear what a left-leaning think tank said? Would that?
No, I don't want to hear what a left. What do they have? What are they possibly against this? How are they against this? Is there hatred of Trump? Like, okay, you are a left-leaning think tank, so you would be for this because it's not super wealthy people living off of tips. Well, how are they against? How are the party? I hope all you Democrat young people look at how much these people who are in charge of your party hate you. What does the party pooper, nonprofit, left-leaning think tank say?
Well, allow me to read. They said at the end of July, quote, the one big beautiful bill, whatever, the deductions for working people, including tips and overtime pay. Yeah, overtime gets some, exclusions too. Are not well designed to benefit people most in need and are subject to strict limits. For instance, no tax on tips is a deduction from federal income taxes and does not affect federal payroll taxes or other taxes, which make up the majority of taxes that working and middle-class Americans pay. So he's basically saying, well, that's great and all, but what about all this other stuff?
Yeah, so it's still not good enough. What did the Democrats do to lower payroll taxes and income tax? Oh, that's right, nothing.
Nothing. Yeah. So, what happened? Click on the meter to rate this article. What is the fairness meter? They're saying it's pretty fair.
Yeah, where's this from? Oh, Newsweek? Newsweek is doing that? I'm surprised. Newsweek was just the mouthpiece, like all the mainstream. I don't mean it's like a conspiracy theory, but y'all have to realize just how much the mainstream media was just a talking piece for the Democrat Party. They must be owned by private equity or something now, or a different company, because now they want people to actually rate it. I'm kind of curious.
So correction, they're asking me to rate it, and then I think they're going to show me the results. So I'm just going to
say it's fair. It was pretty fair, don't you think?
I think so, but okay. I want to see what other people say. Okay, well, they're not going to tell me. But yeah, right. I think it's fair. So that is pretty much the gist of it. And a lot of people are really happy about this in the chat even.
Did we find out like this is actually a thing, or does it have to pass Congress?
So it already has passed Congress. That's the thing. This is already law. It's just, and going back to the top of the article here, they had 90 days to come up with a list of the people. Right. So, I mean, I don't see anything in the news or whatever that says, well, this will be changed. I think this is it. This is who's going to get this for the next 3 years. It's incredible.
Cool. Well, that's some good news.
It is pretty good news.
Now, do you want me to explain to young poor people who work in the service industry how immigration lowers their wages, or would that just blow their minds out of the water right now?
I mean, I think they would have some problems handling that. Like they wouldn't be able to take that type of insight.
What do I do? I'm supposed to let everyone in. Oh my God.
Clary, as you know, I've been doing this at your urging. Credit to you. I started a channel. We did the course. I've been doing this for 3.5 years. Would you like to know what my lifetime earnings on YouTube are? Because when we were at the bar earlier tonight,
Lifetime, okay.
Lifetime. I do it once a week at best. I don't.
How many years have you been doing this? 3?
3.5.
3.5 lifetime earnings. How long did it take you to get monetized? It took at least 6 months, right?
Well, we did it pretty quickly because we got all the hours in and we got the views in. I was monetized within about 3 months.
You've had some fair donations. Once a week, 50, 50, I'm going to say $10,000.
Shit, man, I was hoping you'd be way off.
Oh, come on, I'm an economist. I can estimate this shit. The GF hates how good I am at estimating numbers.
Oh, you can't see that. $9,703.81.
Look how good I am, man.
How the hell did you know that?
It's all up here.
How did you know that?
If the GF ain't listening now, the 25-minute mark, I'm gonna have her listen to this. She's gonna be just as disgusted as you are.
Well, and remember, this is just what I got. I had to give some to you, some to other guests who've come on.
Yeah, this is total revenue collected.
Total, yeah. And I have no regrets because, man, like this, forget the super chats and forget whatever. Like, I've gotten clients from this. I've made friends. Like, this has been a good experience. So,
like, you got to meet Ray. That's the biggest thing right there. I think that right there, you could, if you know Ray, that's huge.
Cool. No, that was pretty much all I had with this. Congratulations, because it benefits you and Raymond and others who earn their money on YouTube. It does.
Do we earn it though? Right. What we're doing now, are we earning super? Is this really earning?
I mean,
or is this the luckiest stroke of bullshit you and I have ever had?
Well, I don't consider myself a professional YouTuber. And frankly, and I know Raymond's in here. I don't know how the hell you guys do this every day, because it's just, I get so drained even after doing it on my own for an hour. I'm like,
right. Well, first, we're not house cats. So, we don't have to sit in our couch and play with our cat toys. We usually wake up before 10 a.m. Here's the other thing though, like YouTubing wasn't your passion. Accounting is legitimately. Like you like accounting. Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, you gotta, like, Ray is somewhat of a performer. I'm somewhat of a performer. Like, we're not, if I get to yell at the internet and use it as therapy, sure, why the hell not? But not everyone, it's not your cup of tea. You probably couldn't do it for 8 hours, or I probably could.
But you and Raymond have this, is it charm? There's something you guys have where people want to subscribe and tune in.
Okay. So what do they call? It's a radio or television. What's the phrase?
Personality.
Personality, right? People tuned into Rush Limbaugh not because of what he said, but because of how he said it. People liked his personality. So yes, there is a element of, and you don't have to be a nice personality. It just has to be a different personality, and people will gravitate towards that. So,
yeah, Raymond agrees with you. It ain't luck. It's personality.
Yeah. Do we have any super chats?
Oh, we got a bunch. Yeah. And any other thoughts on this? It's pretty much
we'll go to my channel after we go through these super chats, because I also have a question that needs an accountant's answer. So we'll go to my channel after this. But let's go through the super chats here.
When we're done, go right to Clary's channel. Okay. Okay, Lord.
Okay, Lord, for $5. I'm gonna miss this stream because of work. Let me know if it was Cappy Tax instead of tax-free donation.
So some of the people, I don't do a lot of solo streams, but some people really like it because then there's no Cappy Tax. And they're like, here, take my money. Oh, Dre,
$2 Cappy super chats are now tax-free, up to $25,000.
$25K.
$25,000. That's a good
Nick is Steve. People like Cappy's personality. Are they insane?
They love my fucking personality. I'm very charming.
You guys have the pizzazz. I don't. Oh, Ray.
Oh my God. Finally give some money. Yeah, he has to do this. He has to do this. No. Yes. Ray, 25 generous dollars. Yes, I am happy. Here's $25 for you guys in celebration of 25,000 above the line write-off. This is still an advertising write from you. Yes, it is.
Yes, that's the other thing.
Yep. Because we will promote. Please go subscribe to Raymond Sycamore, but Raymond Thoughts and Minds is how you find him on YouTube. But yeah, it's like if Dre had his own channel, he could be writing it off. He just pays to insult us, though.
Dre, you should do a YouTube channel where you just make fun of short people, because you have a lot of good one-liners when you're in Clary's chat. I see you in there.
Really good joke. Did you hear about the guy who spilled glitter all over his balls?
No.
It was pretty nuts. Huh? Tell that to your dad. I told my dad that when he was.
It's a little bit like a dad joke.
It is a dad joke, yeah.
Clary, did you wish the candidate a happy birthday yesterday?
I so did not. Because it's her 27th birthday. She's had 26 before. She doesn't care. So happy 27th birthday, candidate. We're glad you're almost 30.
Yeah.
Did I get out of that? Did I save myself?
You absolutely did. Although, you know, she does you some favors. So, yeah.
She does. She does. I owe her many things.
All right, Scott. So, Clary, in college sports, now these athletes, if they're really just professionals that fake going to class, but like these athletes are now paid for their NIL, name, image, and likeness. I don't think the tips fall into that. I don't think
that's licensing revenue.
It is, yeah. So I would be surprised if they allowed that. They did have performers in there, but I don't think that those are considered tips. So,
Raymond, thoughts and minds. Forgot to ask, do I still pay FICA on 25K?
We were talking about that. My prediction is yes. I don't think the government's going to let you get out of that because that's what the restaurant workers have to do. Like they've always had to do that. They segregate the tips and then they have to pay payroll taxes.
This is just an income tax deduction.
Yeah, this is pure lop it off the top and then add it back to the state that you're in. And you also,
If Democrats voted to eliminate all these taxes and consolidate to a sales tax, would they benefit from it too?
I mean, I think they would, but
they would. Oh, okay. So Democrats can vote to lower their taxes.
They can, but they don't do that.
They don't do that. It's fascinating. Very confused.
Yeah, that it just doesn't happen. So, yeah. Another one from
Ray again for $2. I rely on super chats to pay my bills.
I mean, that was the positive part of what the article said was that people who were relying on tips now get a bit of a break. So it's good news.
Ray, is one of those bills a car payment for a truck?
Actually, I think he said it was.
Yeah, it is. I know. That's why I'm giving him guff. Because I'm wondering if you just bought a used truck like I did, and you wouldn't have to rely on super chats to pay for it. Must be a nice, shiny truck. Nice truck.
So this is off topic, but as part of the One Big Beautiful Bill, which you and I went over a while ago, like now interest that you pay for a new car or really any car is deductible up to, I think it was $5,000 if it's American made. And they're going to release a list. Now that they've done this, they're going to release, the manufacturers and cars. Yeah.
Can't Ray write it off anyway? Because he does. I give him shit, but he uses his truck for work and maintaining the house. Yeah. So he can write it off anyway.
Yeah. He can depreciate that because, he's using it for his rental and for his business and everything. So yeah, he's fine. Yeah. I think Ken Clary.
And Rose, yeah, he's a regular over at my place. $5. Greetings. Hope you had a wonderful Labor Day and blessing. Thanks, Ken.
Yeah, Ken.
He always drops in and says hi. Yeah.
Thanks, man, for coming to my stream.
Raymond, thoughts and minds. YouTube is the best job in the world. So far, it is. It really is.
You guys really don't get sick of it, huh? You just.
I do. There's, like right now, for some reason, there's troubleshooting where. For some reason, half my videos, comments are not being allowed. So now I got to go deal with that. And then YouTube changes the algorithm. But yelling at the screen and basically using something as therapy and getting paid for it. Absolutely. That's better than working in a corporate. Would you rather do this or work at Ernst & Young?
Oh, well, this, if I could just earn a living yelling at the clouds like you do, I think I would take that. So.
You need to get a lot more angry then. You're too kind. You're too relaxed. You have to have anger and hatred in your soul.
As the old Joker said in the Batman movie, the original Batman movie, life's been good to me.
Half. Love that movie.
You are my number one guy. Oh, King Crab.
King Crab, $2. Glad everyone is doing well. Life been crazy, 80+ hours a week. Good for you, King Crab. That's how you. He's in accounting, right?
Yeah. He was. I've done two bookkeeping streams with him, like how to get into bookkeeping. Crab, send me an update because I remember things were sort of shifting with you last summer. So I want to know what you've been up to. If you're still working for a company, if you're doing it on your own. Yeah. No, Clary, I think that was all I had with this. Unless you have any other thoughts like that, this will be an abbreviated one.
No,
I don't have much
I'm
else.
glad this is a win for everybody on one of the rare instances. I think even though it goes against my personal interests, I don't think influencers should have been included in this group.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, but I mean, but I understand the political and strategic reasons why. This is a move in the right direction. I think influencers go to say, "Oh my God, I got money," and then they might reconsider their hatred of Trump. Yeah, and then just keep tabs on your tips, and there will be guidance later on, hopefully soon, as to how the tax accountants are to treat it. But no, I'm all for it.
And last thing, man. So you don't care that the OnlyFans gals get to take advantage of this too?
I'm all for private individuals getting more of their money.
Fair. Okay.
You know, I don't care what they do for the money. You're fine. It's legal. You're not hurting anyone. That's fine. Yes, I want you can. If you Democrats can believe it, I want you to have your money instead of the government or U.S. aid or a bunch of parasite nonprofit welfare jobs creating Karens. I want you to have your own money so that maybe you could afford a house or a car. But if you'd stop voting to tax yourself, then you might have the money.
Man.
Nah, never mind. I don't have time to go into white hatred and self-loathing. So,
well, listen, man. I think I'm gonna call it then. We don't have much more to discuss.
No, we can't call it. You know why?
Because we haven't discussed something very, very, very important.
This tax cut is really great, but you know what is also great?
Perhaps maybe a way to get into the industry. Is that really
what if
great?
You could have something as a career as great as this tax cut is great? Let's say call it the world's greatest accounting career. Like you want to be cool people like Chad and sort of me, because I passed my enrolled agent and just like that with no studying.
Stop.
Practically an enrolled agent over here. But if you would like to participate in the wonderful world of accounting, which means you don't have to suck dick at a truck stop, you're going to be employed. You could probably work from home and you could set up your own firm with some time spent working in industry. But basically, if you don't want to be poor no more, you could take the world's greatest accounting career, available link below through Chad's affiliate. And that's where Chad and I talk about how to get the world's greatest accounting career.
Claire, I'm going to read you a funny comment I got because this is related to the course. Somebody named Poor Man. I did this PSA the other night because somebody was gracious enough to say, if you want to take the H&R course, here's a discount code. So, I posted it. And then this guy goes, do you get kickbacks for this? You and Clary seem very allied with H&R Block these days. It's like, well,
stock shareholder right here. I own shares.
Right, you own shares.
Block. Right, hang on. Let me take a look at the stock price. HR Block. No, we just recommend them because it's one of the quickest ways to get into the field to learn how to do taxes.
That's what I was going to say. I have no love for H&R Block. I don't, but that's how you get your foot in the door.
Mm-hmm.
And we got Nick as Steve in here and a few others who have done this. Red Hawk's not here, but I mean, he's done it. Parker's done it, and several other people have done it. So that's how you get experience. Yeah.
And they provide training. It's just, yeah. And by the way, we equally endorse Jackson Hewitt, Liberty Tax. You don't have to go in H&R Block. My stock price is sucking still. I'm like at $50.
Really?
I was up like 20%. Now I think I'm just breaking even. Hey, the PE ratio is 11. What the hell? It's got a 3.3 dividend yield. What's going on?
I would, everything that came out today, I would have to think it would make, my career and everybody at H&R, that it'd make it better. I don't know if people are, they're not going to self-prepare if they think they're going to make a mistake and leave out that 25,000. I mean, who knows?
May shock you. I did not do a full-fledged analysis of the fundamentals of H&R Block. I just looked at the PE ratio. I bought a couple shares so I could mouth off about owning it and saying that Red Hawk is my bitch and everyone who works there is my employee. That's really the only reason I bought it. But I'm kind of perturbed. It's like breaking. I was up. That was my big up.
Well, You know what, Raymond? If you did take it and you streamed it, you just let me know, and I will join you in discussing it. I've even thought of taking it myself and live streaming it to
You
see.
gave me the outline. You told me what to say. Why would you take the course you more or less created yourself?
Just if people want to see it, but I probably won't do it. I mean, I got more interesting subjects to talk about on here. But man, that's all I got. Yeah.
When should we hang out?
Very, very, very soon. So go to Clary's channel. What, in 5 minutes or something?
Yeah, I'm gonna set it up and we'll go. We'll bang this out because then I gotta change oil on a car.
All right. See y'all.
Doodles.